Welcome back, everyone, to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts as we continue this campaign. Now, it has occurred to me, and many of you have commented on this, that even though I'm playing the game on a harder difficulty, my advancements in technology have gotten to the point, and my victories have gotten to the point where it's kind of easy, and there's not a lot of drama in this series, and so it might get a little boring for you, the watcher, for that. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to start kind of moving this campaign forward at a quicker pace. It'll still take me just as long to play it, but I'm not going to show you every single battle, every single little thing that happens. I'll try to highlight some of the interesting ones, and I'll keep you updated as far as the progress of the game and what's happening. My goal now is to conquer as much of the world as I can in the time period of the game. But when battles like this come along, I think they're worth playing. This is me with one of my biggest battleships, the Hessen, 38,000 tons. This is one of the ones that has 8 13-inch barrels on it. Going up against two pretty big British battleships, Howe and Goliath. This one I think is worth fighting. Let's see what happens. So we've already spotted them. We're already starting to aim. We're at almost 30% accuracy already, even though we're about 11 kilometers out. If I slow down, I'll definitely improve that accuracy quite a bit, especially after a few more shots are fired. We're only getting partial penetration so far, but I definitely don't want to get any closer. Oh, they just changed. I hate when it does this. Isn't there a way to keep that from happening now? I guess not. I hate when it changes targets automatically. In this case, I went from what was 30 to 40% accuracy to 7% because it switched to the second target in line instead of the first one. That bothers me. I wish we had a manual way of kind of locking that in place so that it stayed on a target no matter what. Okay, we're back up to 42% at least. I don't want to give him a better chance of hitting me. So what I want to do is I want to wait until I identify these guys and see what kind of range he's got. We're just out of range of his 8.5-inch guns. He's about to get in range with those. Alright, there's Goliath. They're kind of going away from me at the moment. His accuracy is only 5%. And he's only got 10-inch guns. What about the Howe? Same thing, 10-inch guns, only 8 or 9%. I like that. So we'll just stay right where we're at. There's no reason to get any closer and give him better odds of hitting me when I've already got 53% accuracy. This is definitely where technology is going to help me win the day. Just might take a little longer to sink him, that's all. Really want to try and take out one of these guys as quickly as I can. What are we hitting him with? Is that high explosives? If so, I'd like to switch it to AP. Let's switch to AP and see what happens. He's causing some damage on me right now, and I don't like it. I'm at 93% structural. Yeah, see, we're getting partial pens, but we're not doing as much damage as I'd like. Alright, we are causing a lot of structural damage, though. I'm going to switch the secondaries over. Oh, no! No! What happened? Wow. He got an explosion on me. I got hooded. Oh my goodness. I was just way too casual there. Okay. That's one of my big boys. That is the first significant defeat of that level that I've experienced. 17,000 points nearly. Okay. All right. Game on. Let's go, Britain. Alright, we're launching an attack on the British in the Western Sahara from Mauritania. So our conquest of Africa continues. But let me take a look at finances. Alright, because of repairs, we're kind of over overloaded on our bases right now, so we're going to have to do something about that. I also need to switch everybody over to sea control that isn't already. So we're exerting the maximum amount of power, because I've got some new light cruisers that have finally gotten into service, and I've kind of spread them out around the world so that we can protect our shipping lanes and the like. Some of these are on defend. I think we'll just, yeah, some of those will leave where they are, but we're going to have to suspend some of our work. Maybe not. These repairs will finish up and that'll clear things up. Alright, I want revenge. It's October 1915. We've got 5 British battleships, 3 heavy cruisers, 2 light cruisers, going up against my 3 battleships. None of which are the newest ones, I don't think. No. These are all the ones with the 13-inch guns. Alright. We need revenge. So my light cruiser in this case was already suffering for some damage, and in a fight like this, I'm honestly just sent them home, basically. Just told them to turn around and go the other way. This is going to be a fight won by my battleships. Schleswig-Holstein does have a little bit of damage already. They're at 90% on crew. So we need to be careful here. I'm not going to slow down too much, because slowing down does make me an easier target. Looks like we did land a couple of good hits already. These are Dreadnoughts. Come on, baby. Yes. Still only getting partial pins. He's got some solid armor on these ships. Oh, we switched targets again. I so despise that. Alright, let's get back over to my side here. Yeah, we're having a hard time penetrating. Alright, I'm switching back over to AP again for the big guns. Oh, there's some big hits. But I think that's because I hit one of the battle cruisers. Nope. There could be a battle cruiser. Our 6-inch guns are now in range. Oh, big damage. Huge damage. Let's slow down to 3x speed here. Yeah, that got sunk. This is all AP right now. Oh yeah, love it. Repulse. Sunk. This other ship I never even identified. Looks like a light cruiser. Sunk. I will say that nobody names battleships and battle cruisers like the British, man. They got some great names. Alright, we're getting in a little closer than I'd like, but hopefully that means we get some quick kills. Oh yeah. We just lit up that light cruiser like nobody's business. Jeez. This is more like it. Alright, we'll go back up to 5x speed. So I think at this range we'll go ahead and let it go on auto, because I can see HE having some effectiveness at this close range. Although it looks like we're still with the big guns firing AP shells. Alright, so far so good. We've only taken 872 damage. We've dished out 25,000. Yeah, Hampshire, how you doing, buddy? Not moving at all. Bye-bye. Alright, I think this one's in pretty good hands. Still got his battleships are all hiding back here. They're trying to get away, I think. They've all suffered damage. Alright, I guess we're going to have to pursue. Been in pursuit. Looks like he's finally turning around to face me. We just sank the Illustrious. The other 3 battleships are now turning and trying to go the other way. So they're going to be coming up alongside us here. The Veton is taking some damage. Champion is toast. Now we go for the battleships. We're basically going to be firing broadsides at each other here. I'll slow down a little bit to get some more accuracy. We'll see how it goes up from 8% after we fire. Yeah, see, once we fired 8% up to almost 60%. Alright, let's be careful here. We're in close enough that we don't want to have a repeat of what happened last time. Oh, that's a big damage on the Duncan. Bye-bye, Duncan. Canopus, you're not getting away, buddy. Although everybody just missed horribly on that shot. Veton, yeah, and Schleswig-Holstein, they're both going to need to go in for repairs after this. Alright. We're getting adequate revenge on the British fleet after what happened last time. Redoubtable is just about done. We might sink it based on structural damage faster than we sink it based on flooding. It has just been pummeled. There we go. We got him. Alright, let's switch our targets on the Canopus. He's out at almost 10 kilometers, about 6 miles. Finish him. That's it. We got him. All right. That's how it goes, Britain. That's what you get for sinking one of mine. That's 100,000 victory points. We sank 5 battleships, 3 heavy cruisers, 2 light cruisers. Beautiful. This is a battle I want to fight just because we get to try out some new toys here. This is Kaiser Friedrich III. This is one of our new battleships with the 14-inch guns. We also have the Wile Coyote 2, the latest iteration, which has some deck torpedo tubes on a light cruiser with a 30-knot top speed. So I want to see what these 2 ships can do. I want to see how they operate. All right, so the weather's terrible, which is really unfortunate because I was hoping to really see what this thing can do. But you can see there all these 14-inch guns we've got on these new ships. Just ridiculous amounts of firepower. And in 2 volleys, 2 salvos from our ship, we have already just annihilated this British battleship. That was literally 2 salvos from our 14-inch guns. Get a few more of these out there and it's game over. In the meantime though, Wile Coyote just put some torpedoes in the water. Go ahead and get our smoke going so we can give a little more protection even though the weather's terrible already. You can see here we've got a 6.2 kilometer range on the torpedoes. So we can go ahead and get out of here. Although we might need the Wile E. Coyote to take out his destroyer. There goes the Barnum. Who got hit by a torpedo already? Oh, his torpedo boat did? 2 duds. Look at the duds. Oh my gosh. We had 2 dud torpedoes hit the Barnum. Alright, let's finish this guy off here now. We might... Yeah, I think we're going to have to probably take Wile E. Coyote in to deal with this guy. Because I'm not sure my battleship's going to be able to hit such a small, fast target like that. Not in this weather. Oh, maybe he will. Just nailed him. And my speed is reduced. I don't know if that's division max speed. Well, I don't want him connected anyway. Alright, we got him. Alright, we'll take it. Britain is now down to an active fleet of just 14 ships. 3 battleships, 9 heavy cruisers. I mean, that's just 180,000 tons. Who has the might to compete with me at this point? Does anybody? Just the United States. They've got 900,000 tons. Italy's got 370,000 tons. We haven't fought the Italians yet. Maybe that's who we need to be going after. Let's start increasing tension with Italy, even though we have really good relations with them right now. Well, we saw what the new class of battleship could do. Here's a chance to see another one. This is one of our 14-inch gun ships. It's got 6 sets of dual turrets, so 12 14-inch guns. We're going to need every one of them against 4 Spanish battleships, a light cruiser, and a heavy cruiser. Let's see if we can wipe up the Spanish here. Okay, we're already firing. I can't quite get all of my guns on target yet. And if we turn a little farther this way, we'll be able to. Problem is, of course, firing 12 at once means we're going to run through our ammunition pretty fast, but hopefully it also means we sink his battleships pretty fast. Spain has really poor technology, so I expect we'll be able to sink him at quite a distance here. Whoa! Deutschland take some damage already? No, this is damage from before, apparently, because we haven't taken any yet. We're at 75% structurally. So we're going to have to put this bad boy in for repairs after this battle, assuming we survive. I do want to stay out of range of his 8-inch guns if I can here. Alright, that's high explosives we just fired, and we just sank his ship, even though you can see there's a lot of damage that hadn't been caused. It was enough to sink him. So I guess the HE at this range will do the job. So just fired 2 to kind of start getting the aiming process going. Next time we'll fire the whole battery. There we go. Oh, yeah, buddy. How'd that feel? We're 6.5 kilometers out. This should do it right here. Oh, yeah. You're done. You're done. Let's go ahead and switch to the Santiago. I think we're going to be okay here. We just need to remember to send Deutschland into port for repairs after this battle, just from that previous damage. Let's go ahead and watch the volley unleash right here. Oh my goodness. You almost feel bad. Almost. Okay, we're in a little closer than I probably want to be, 5 kilometers. Alright, I think we're good on this game, this battle. Okay, so his battleship got away, but we sank everything else. I guess we are probably at the place where we could pretty much take on the entire world at once and be okay. It's just the Americans now that at this point have a navy that rivals ours. For the first time, we can build submarines, just coastal submarines, but we have the technology at last. So let's build some submarines. Start getting them going. Wonder where we can put those. Attack, stealth, hull strength. You can't actually like use the subs in battle, but you can definitely inflict havoc on the enemy if he doesn't have the defenses for it. So these are things we can start putting these coastal submarines in some of these places where we don't already have a presence. Oh, unfortunately, peace has been signed between Germany and Britain. Let's see what we can take. Oh boy! All right. 1.4 billion is what we have available to us. Wouldn't take much to get the Falklands. See, I'd really like to get my hands on things like India, but we didn't do enough to be able to do that. We could take some more of Africa. What do we want to take? Gibraltar for sure. Bermuda, I don't really care too much about, though that would be a nice staging point for taking on the Americans. So maybe we will do that. Falklands, Cook Islands, sure, why not? All right, we gobbled up some new things. It didn't give me Gibraltar, did it? That's a little disappointing if that's the case. So it's been, 4 years since we designed a new battleship? Has it really been that long? I guess it has. It's time to build some new battleships. Let's see what we can design this time. It's time for some new tech, for sure. I think we're still maxed out at 34,000 tons. We are. But there's a lot we can do we couldn't do before. We can go up to 15-inch guns now. Granted, they're only Mark 1s, whereas we have Mark 3 for the 14-inch. Maybe 14s are still the way to go at this point. 187 seconds to reload the 15s. Only 86 seconds on the 14s. So 14's where the sweet spot is on technology right now. However, look what we have now that we didn't have before. Triple barrels. That's right, boys. It's time to really get the guns going now. We've got triples. Now, that means that only 4 turrets are going to give us the same firepower that 6 did before. Doesn't mean we can't go with more, but I feel like that's probably plenty in this case. We can get a central crane funnel, which gives us, that's going to be more than enough efficiency by the time we add. We can go to semi-oil now for for fuel. That's awesome. So definitely some major changes since last we built. All right, pretty simple design really, and it's not exactly the best in terms of the numbers on everything, but it's going to cost us $571 million to build one of these things, but it's got some major firepower. And I think we're pretty good to go there. I like all the new technology we're able to get on this thing, and I like what it means for the future. Well, looks like we're at war with France again. I guess maybe we can finish them off now. They just have the one territory left. We are trying to hurt our relations with Italy as best I can. And it looks like we're making some progress there. But this is all that France has left as far as the actual country of France. They do have some territories in Africa still. But that's really about it. It looks like they've got a little bit in the Caribbean. So I guess we'll put a stop to that as quickly as we possibly can. In the meantime, unfortunately, peace with Spain, and now France is at war with Italy and China. We can take Guantanamo from Spain, but it looks like that's about all we can take. Oh well, gives us a little something more in the Caribbean. Now we've got quad tubes for our torpedo launchers. We're not really losing that much in the way of transports, at least not compared to many of the other nations that are at war right now. And it looks like we're making some invasions in Africa to try and take some more of that French territory. So Niger, and then down here as well. Nothing happening on the mainland yet, though, and I hope we can beat Italy to it. So here's a chance to really stick it to France in terms of their economy. We've got the Lusitania 2, which is a light cruiser, but it's one of the brand new ones, going up against a heavy cruiser from the French with only 6.2-inch guns. If we can get in with our 30 knots of speed, put a bunch of torpedoes on this heavy cruiser, then we can go ahead and just have our way with the transports, the 9 transports that I'd very much like to sink. Okay, so it took a while to find these guys, but we finally found them. Let's go ahead and get our smoke going so we can get in close. Of course, now I can't see them, but we'll spot them again soon enough. We know they're right in front of us. Once we get in close enough, then we can worry about our torpedoes, which right now I have turned off because I don't want to get in a situation where I completely miss. It is a heavy cruiser, so I think once I'm close enough, he's not going to be able to maneuver away from these things. Oh, he's already put some torpedoes at me. Okay. Now let's go ahead and fire ours up. Did we really? Okay, we fired one at the destroyer. Oh, he's already getting away, but we've got a huge spread of torpedoes headed his way. There's no way he avoids all of those. Something's going to hit him. Maybe? He actually might manage to avoid most. No, he's not going to avoid these two here. These two are going to get him. Well, I thought two were. One did. There's the second one. Didn't do a lot of damage, though. Did not happen the way I wanted it to. Oh, we didn't do much damage at all. My destroyer's torpedoes certainly aren't going to hit him. Right, I'm going to turn to this side and see if we can get the underwater ones firing at least. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, this is not going the way I hoped. Alright, I guess we're building a Lusitania 3. That did not go well at all. Well, I forgot I still had a destroyer, so last chance here. Okay, here we go. No! He hit me. I was way too aggressive in this battle. Oh, we've got Coastal Submarine 2, which has 2x bow torpedo tubes, 2x stern torpedoes, a 2-inch gun, and diesel electric engines. Looks like in the meantime, China has suffered a lot at the hands of enemy mines. And we're still not really dealing with too many transport losses. West Africa. So we're going to need to send a presence down to West Africa. We already have. And we've just got a heavy cruiser and 2 destroyers there. We're going to need more than that. So who can we send down to West Africa? Now we've got some ships in port here. We'll send a few of them down. The Helgoland and the Vetten. We've now got 16-inch Mark 1s, but I'm not really crazy about Mark 1 guns. They just don't have the technology that make them worthwhile for me when I can get plenty of use out of Mark 3 14-inch guns. So Central Atlantic now we're suffering from some transport losses, so we're going to have to get more of a presence there. What do we have there now? Oh, we've got the Rhineland, the Scharnhorst, and a couple of light cruisers there. But not quite enough, I guess, to deal with the problem. So let's take a look at our research, where we're at. Nothing major coming real soon. Gun layout. What are we getting? Just a new barbette protection. Another submarine improvements coming. Those are going to be happening often, I think, moving forward. Torpedo size. We're going to get 20-inch torpedoes. Yep. We're almost there on that. And the coincidence rangefinder 4 is getting close. Alright, so before we wrap up this episode, I thought it might be a nice time to start building some battle cruisers, because we haven't done that yet. Now, the battle cruiser, the whole concept is have firepower like a battleship, but not as heavily armored. In this case, speed is armor. In other words, going fast means you're protected from getting hit. You don't want to get hit. See what happens with the battleship or the battlecruiser hood when you do get hit. So we're not going to make a ton of these, but we are going to make some. They're going to have 30 knots of speed, and we'll put this together and see what we can come up with the latest tech. All right, here we go. We pretty much maxed out the armor. 10.2 inches is the most I could put on the belt, but this thing is loaded with firepower. I don't know how it's going to actually perform. We didn't have the right crew quarters, so we're going to have to drop a little bit of weight. Where can we drop significant amounts of weight? You know what? We're going to have to do it with speed. Let's go down to 30.5 knots. That's still not quite enough. We're going to have to go down to 30 knots. All right, that gets us under. But look at this thing. It's got, so these are the Mark III 14-inch guns, and we've got a total of 12 of those turrets altogether. We've also got 4 turrets, 2 dual 8-inch Mark IIs. And then, on top of that, we've got ourselves some torpedo tubes on the deck. Now, those might get hit and explode, and it could go very badly, but I do like the idea of having those. We'll stick with the 18-inch for now. All right, let's go ahead and build a few of these bad boys. So let's go ahead and build a couple of these. How much do we have space for right now? We've got just under 60,000 in available space for buildings. So we could build one of those for now, and then we could get a second one going pretty soon, as soon as a couple of our other ships get completed or repairs get done here, which will be happening fairly soon. So we'll wrap it up right there. Let me know your thoughts. Use the comment section below, and we'll come back and see if we can continue our world domination. Thanks for watching.